Hi guys, welcome back to NYU Roomies. I'm Anna, and I'm not with Louisa today just because we've been working to fit our schedules together ever since the school year started. We are in a new location. This is my apartment. I am not dorming this year, however, Louisa is, so we will come out with an apartment tour for Othmer. We will also try to get one for Clark, if anyone wants that. Probably, so I don't know why I acted like I was talking to someone. Okay. Today I will be talking about my rushing process. I don't know why I said so weirdly. Today I will be talking about my rushing process and like what I went through, the sororities, how it works, basically just any general questions. If you have any questions, please DM me. I don't check my emails. I'm just going to be honest. Please just DM me. I will leave my Instagram at the end like always. So basically, I will let you know what the 7 sororities are. I will put them up here or here. I literally use iMovie Dead, so it's gonna be around the top. Okay, so I am listing them in no particular order because I am not going to give you a biased outline of the sororities at NYU. I'm not going to rank them. I think that sorority should be personality based and you should vibe with the sorority you want, no matter how cliche and stupid it sounds. You don't want to be stuck in a sorority that you don't like people in. And I am not in a sorority because I dropped during the rush process, but I have tons of friends who are really, really happy in their sororities, and I couldn't be happier for them. However, I have no hate towards any of them. I honestly think that they were all really, really sweet girls, so I'm just trying to give you an unbiased opinion on my process. There are 7 sororities. I will give you their names also along with their abbreviations, or not abbreviations, they're like nickname that you guys kind of say. So the first one is Alpha Epsilon Phi. People just call it AE Phi. There's also Alpha Sigma Tau. People just say AST. Delta Gamma. People normally say DG. Delta Phi Epsilon. People normally say D Phi E. Kappa Kappa Gamma is normally just Kappa. Pi Beta Phi is normally just Pi Phi. And Zeta Tau Alpha is normally just Zeta. So no one's going to expect you to know these beforehand. So like, don't worry, because I was literally so embarrassed that every time I was talking about it, I was like, I really like this sorority. And they're like, Anna, it's this way. And I was like, my bad. Okay, so if you are rushing during the process, you are called PNMs, which means potential new members. You're going to be grouped into pods with a Rho Gamma who is going to lead your group, basically. She is a sister who disaffiliated from one of the 7 sororities, and she basically is going to try to give you an unbiased opinion during the rush process and help you with any questions you may have. Your Rho Gammas are honestly super, super sweet. If you have any questions, ask them. So during the rushing process, you must apply online to join or to do the rushing process. Basically, it is a basic application. You just fill out your information. It asks you to pay $30 because they give you a t-shirt, which in 2019 was this. It's it says passport to pen. Hello. I can't say it, but I'm just gonna pretend like I did. And then it says fall formal recruitment 2019. The back has all the sororities and basically their Greek letters on it. I'm basically just going to give you the process of what I went through. So at most state schools, it's a lot more intense. I've heard NYU is pretty laid back. It's just a mutual selection. You liked me, I liked you, bam, we'll meet the next day. So basically, you meet for 6 days. The first day is basically just meet your Rho Gamma, meet the meet your little pod. There were about 500 PNMs when I rushed. And there are about 70 Rho Gammas, I think. This rushing process lasts for 2 weekends, 3 days both weekends. But the first Friday is basically just meet your pod, meet your Rho Gamma. You can leave after that. You can get to know them and talk a little bit. We went to like some cookie dough place after. It was really close to Kimmel, so it was no big deal. The second day is called Round Robin. You meet with every single sorority for 30 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was like 9 hours Saturday. My throat really hurt after that. I would definitely recommend hydrate. Bring some cough drops. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to take like emergency before you get sick. Is that like prevent sickness? I would take that. Louisa's more of an expert on the preventing sickness. I just get sick. But she's not here, so it's fine. So technically this is the second day. It was 9 hours on Saturday. I got there at 10. There were 9 like periods, like a high school schedule almost. And there's only 7 sororities there, so 2 of them are like a lunch break. It's just because there's so many members and sororities have to meet with all of them. So basically, you're gonna get there, well, I got there at 10. And then we had to wait an hour sitting in Kimmel, which was so fun, by the way. And then at 11, an hour later, we got to start meeting the sororities. I actually got my lunch during the day, which thank God, because some people got it like really early or really, really late. So I feel awful because we didn't leave until like, I'm gonna say 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm gonna say 7 p.m. because we ended up staying longer than we were supposed to. We were supposed to end at 5:30. I mean, I guess we were supposed to meet back in Kimmel. Basically, round robin is very, very brief. You meet with all the sororities for 30 minutes. It's a really, really weird thing. They all walk around the room when you enter and they're like screaming their little like sorority chant, and they will like kind of grab you and guide you to a certain area in the room so they can talk to you one-on-one. Don't freak out, okay? Someone grabbed my arm the first day and I literally was like jolting away from her, which is so embarrassing because she just grabbed me harder, pulling me away to the room to talk to me, and I was like, wow, that was so embarrassing. Okay, so the end of round robin, you will drop one sorority. You will rank all the sororities from 1 to 7. The order doesn't really matter that much, but it kind of does at the end of the day, I guess you could say. So your last sorority will be dropped if you are not invited back to, let's say you put like a sorority as your bottom one, but they invited you back and another sorority you did pick on a higher on your list didn't invite you back, it could end up back on your schedule. So let's say I'm not like choosing any sorority I didn't like, I'm just choosing a random one. Okay, so let's say you dropped Zeta, but another sorority dropped you. Zeta will get put in that place. I'm not slamming on Zeta, I just needed an example. So basically, you will put your top 6, and the sororities will put their top members, PNMs, and you could get invited back to the ones. Don't be discouraged if you don't get all 6 back. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean anything if you don't get invited back to all of them, the ones you put. Just meant that they weren't your vibe. You know, like, after my first day, I only really, really vibed with, like, 4 of... after the first day, like, I really only wanted 4 of them back, and I really didn't care if I didn't get all 4 back. I ended up getting 5 back. Yeah, I got 5 back, which is, like, on the more side, I guess you could say. I know some girls that got 3 or 2 back. Just don't be discouraged. It doesn't really mean that much. The second day is called Sisterhood. You meet with each sorority for 35 minutes, and that will be on Sunday. That took about 7 hours. The next day, you are going to have to wait an entire week before meeting with your group again, which is super, super, super annoying because it's super, super scary. I remember Saturday night, I was freaking out texting, like, my friend, and, like, I met my pod, and I was like, I don't know if I'll get the ones I like back. Like, what do I do if I don't? Like, I'll be so embarrassed. Honestly, don't worry. Everyone's going through the same process as you. After the second day, you will drop 2 more sororities, and you will put your top 4. If you have 4 or less sororities on your list after day 1, you will end up keeping all of them. You can't drop any of them. The only scary part is rushing doesn't start until another week from that Sunday. So, like, that Friday, you will come back and, like, find out which ones you get, which is super, super scary because you want to know so badly. The third day is called Philanthropy night. So basically it's 45 minutes with each sorority, which you will have 4 or less. So it's like 4 on your schedule if you have less. Sometimes if you have it at the end, they'll let you go early. But this is like a chance to get more in depth, like know more about each sorority, know about like what they do, talk about NYDM, which is like the national, I don't know what it stands for. It's like New York dance marathon to raise money for childhood cancer. That's a really great way to get to know them. Each sorority each has their own philanthropy, like their volunteer work that they do, like reading the blind and other things I don't remember because I'm a horrible person. Philanthropy night is from 6:45 to like 12, maybe later in the night. it's not fun. Technically your Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday. This is technically your 4th official day rushing. This night is called prep night, so I dropped out the day before this, I think, because I had too much homework that weekend. This is prep night. So basically you're meeting with your last 3 sororities because you dropped one Friday. You're meeting with your last 3 sororities today. And at the end of it, you are going to drop one. Only meeting with 3 sororities for an hour each, and at the end of the night, you're going to put your bid for your top 2 sororities. So it doesn't, the order does matter. Like, your top one, if they pick you, you will get in that one. If your second one picks you and the top one picks you, then you'll get to the top one first. If your top one doesn't pick you and the second one does, you'll end up in that one. So this is a really big deal. Do not put a single sorority unless you solely do not like any of the other ones, because it will not help you in any way. Okay, the last day is bid day. You will get invited back. If you get invited back, they will let you know where to meet and everything. Each sorority meets a different spot. If you do not get a bid, your Rho Gamma will call you and let you know the day before bid day. I hope this helped you a little bit. If you want to save any questions, just please let me know. It's basically just, it doesn't sound that long, but it's a lot dealing with college and classes and everything at the same time, especially with homework. So if any questions, let me know.